Ladies and gentlemen.
And we're back. This is Drew Sits With. Tonight I'm joined by Matthew Doyle Perez. How are you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm just waving to your live audience as we're rolling.
Thank you.
God, you got all these people. How did all these people get in your house?
I know, in the band too. It's crazy.
Yeah, the band. God, the Nutcracker right there in the corner.
Yeah.
God.
I've got, maybe I'll give you the tour later, but I've probably got 10 or 15 Nutcrackers scattered throughout this house. Yeah.
Okay.
It became like a thing for Christmas. Like my mom or my grandma would just like get me one every year.
Okay.
But now when I moved in here, I was able to bring all of them with me, and my fiance is not so happy about all the Nutcrackers.
Well, that's why you have to hide them from her. You know, you don't need a gun in your house. You just need a Nutcracker in every corner. I think you'll be fine.
Exactly.
But you have to have the culprit get close enough to crack the nuts and stuff like that. Like, all right, I know you have a gun. I know you're gonna kill me, but lower your pants. Let's try something right now.
Right. That's the funniest part is like the Nutcracker. I think it's cool, and I think it's like iconic Christmas, whatever. But it's like, has anybody actually cracked a nut with a Nutcracker? Like,
no.
Like all of these are like cheap wood, you know.
Have you tried?
I feel like it would break.
I think you need to do for one of your podcast episodes, you need to try it. And then give a shout out. If it works really well, give a shout out to the company that makes it.
I like that. Yeah.
Like all the kids in China.
Sure.
Like
sure.
That day they got it right. The other days they probably didn't get it right.
Yeah. I feel like this is like a Mythbusters thing. Like, can a Nutcracker crack a nut? Right. And then you do the first one and like just breaks right away.
Yeah.
And then you like overdo it and like, sorry, I'm going to move this.
You're good.
I'll just throw it on the floor. I don't care.
He has thrown my 7 jackets I call a jacket onto the floor. But the floor is actually nicer than the jacket, so I think you just stained your carpet right now, buddy. Sorry. I'll pay for that. I'll pay for that. Don't worry.
Do you live in like a pig pen or something? You keep saying how nice it is here.
Well, okay, so like I live. If I were to show you a picture of where I live, you would probably be like, okay, I get it, because like so I live in Edgewater. And like, there's nice houses in Edgewater, right? So it's like you have like nice house where I live, and then apartment building. And it's like, it's nothing weird. It's just like, I don't even know how to like say it's like kind of slummy. It's like, so instead of like an apartment, like your apartment goes up, right? And it's like, this is your floor, and then the next person in the floor. How my building is where it's like, it goes long. So it's like one unit has like an upstairs and a downstairs. Next unit has an upstairs and a downstairs, and it just repeats, but there's like 5 units. And it's like, I guess probably not like a good like safety hazard place to live, but like I call it home.
2 floors, that's pretty bougie.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It is sweet. Like I walk upstairs and it feels good.
How long have you been there?
I've been there for like 6 years, I think.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I just signed a new lease, which I did. I read a little bit, but I probably should have read the whole thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but like when you start initialing things, you just don't want to read anything when you're like writing the MDP over and over again. You're just like, oh, I'll let it ride.
Yeah, and it's like, we will literally fuck you after the 5th year, and you're like, okay, sign.
This guy I don't think can fuck me per se, because like a year ago, I think it was a year ago, like the coldest. Have you been in Chicago long? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Like a year ago, like they had that one day it was freezing cold, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, don't go outside, freezing cold, warning. So he warned everybody to run their water.
Yeah.
And then that way the pipes don't freeze. Pretty simple.
Sure.
Well, one person did not. And he lived right next to me. And then I woke up and there was just water everywhere on the floor. And then it was so bad that like as I'm swishing the water out of the door, again, the coldest day, swishing the water out, it freezes to the door. And I have to kick the ice off to have it come down and stuff like that.
Whoa.
So he will not evict me ever.
Right.
So I'm good. I'm set. But other people, different story, but we'll see how that goes and stuff. Like here, I'll give you another thing too. So my place is kind of cool because like I had a buddy of mine that lived in one of the units, and he moved out, and he was like, when you moved in, did he tell you like why you got the place so fast? And I was like, no. He was like, well, somebody died in your place. Like legit lived his life in that unit, and then like got drunk at a bar, came home, went to use the bathroom, slipped, and cracked his head on the toilet.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Fuck.
And then if that's not cool, if that's not cool, if that's not, a neighbor, the first unit, there used to be a guy who lived there. And then I saw him like one time, and he'd be very sporadic on like when he would go outside and when he wouldn't. He was like a cab driver, but again, very sporadic. I think he had like some mental problems. So to find out, one day I get like a knock on my door, and it's the police. I'm like, okay. And they're like, open the door. I'm like, all right, whatever. Open the door. And they're like, do you know why this guy's not opening his door? And I was like, no, I know nothing. He's like, when was the last time you seen him? I was like a week ago, I guess. And he was like, okay. And then they kicked down the door, and he was dead.
Jeez.
And the worst part was like he like lived like very like raunchy. Like his apartment was just very wonky. Like he had like doomsday prepping, but like the poor version of it, where it's just like ketchup packets everywhere and like all these napkins and just like hoarding crazy shit. And then the people, they got that place, and they were like, wow, it's so nice in here. Why is it so cheap? And I was like, I don't have the heart to tell you.
Yeah. Wait till year 2 to tell them.
Yeah, exactly. Year 2. Yeah. But they left also. That was
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
So, is it expensive? 2 floors. I mean, how many bedrooms is it? What's the square footage?
So again, I don't know if this works like for everybody in Chicago, but I guess when somebody dies in your place, the rent is significantly lowered. So that's a trick, people. Find dead people. Yeah. And then make sure they're in your apartment, and then you get it for way cheaper. That's a trick to live in Chicago.
That's hilarious. I had a guy on whose dad, estranged father, dies. He had dementia for like, 10 years or something like that.
Okay.
Hated him before the dementia, knew he got dementia, and then just didn't, whatever. So then they call him when his dad dies, and they're like, hey, like, you're the closest relative, whatever, you're on the lead, like, you got to deal with this, So he's like, fuck, one more time, my dad, being a pain in my ass. So he goes to the nursing home that he's been living in and gets his clothes and stuff. And they're like, hey, just so you know, you should really take care of his apartment, because after 30 days, whatever, he goes to something like that, right? So he's like, okay, yeah, sure. And then he's like, apartment? He's been at this nursing home for 10 years. What are you talking about, right? So like, well, this is his address. I don't know. So he's like, okay, gets the keys, goes to this apartment, and there's 2 old ladies living in the apartment for free for the last 10 years. They've been stealing his Social Security check.
I can see that.
Taking all of his shit, right?
Yeah.
And then he goes and he's like, get the fuck out. Who are you? Right? Freaking out. Mm-hmm. And then he realizes his dad had like $7,000 left in his account. A day after he dies, account's empty.
Yeah, I went to the ladies.
So he goes to those ladies. He's like, give me the fucking money right now. And like, I'm never going to see you again. And so he's like, give it to me in 24 hours. Like, they gave it to me in 1 hour. It's like these 2 old gypsy ladies are terrified. Or I think he even says, like, I know bad people that will do bad things to you,
No, like for the podcast like audience out there, these hoes ain't loyal. If you have dementia, they're not really, they don't have to be loyal because you're stupid, like your brain don't work no more.
Right, exactly.
But I mean, God, yeah, like the nursing home scenarios are the worst I've heard, like horror stories. Like people getting beaten and all this stuff and junk. And everybody's made jokes about it. And don't get me wrong, they're very funny jokes. Mm-hmm. But the scenarios are just very sad to hear, like the start to finishes.
Yeah, some fat Jamaican lady beating the shit out of your grandpa because he called her the N-word. It's like, okay, I get it. You shouldn't have said that, but he's 100 years old.
Yeah, okay. Hey, you're already in the hole. Let's see how you dig yourself out.
I know, I was like, fuck. That's getting cut.
No. We're going to let this ride. This is uncensored. See, I don't know how old you are, but I'm like 40, so back in the day, it's like the way they got our attention in the early 2000s and late 90s was uncensored.
Right.
It was like, ooh.
Uncut.
But then like you'd see like Girls Gone Wild and it'd be like, they were all censored.
Right.
It's like, come on, we're having the uncensored part. Then you had to spend like $40 on a VHS. It was the worst.
Yeah. What's a VHS?
Exactly, it's the worst. Ask your grandpa.
I'm joking.
It was a tool he used to use to masturbate to you, not your grandma.
Right. Girls Gone Wild's nuts. Like, didn't that guy essentially trick women into?
I mean, I guess the scenario was like, I mean, have you ever seen like a quote unquote Girls Gone Wild? It'd be like, okay,
when I was a young boy, late night TV commercials. I've seen the commercial. Yes.
So like the scenario, it wasn't like they were shopping at grocery stores.
It was a bar.
They were at bars. Women were drunk, and like they would take advantage of. Exactly, they were taking advantage of them and stuff like that. But I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't get me wrong. I think it's not cool to do that, but like, it didn't lead to like the women being famous or like nowadays it'd be like you have a career completely.
Dude, totally.
They should kind of bring back Girls
The
Gone
problem
Wild,
was I think he wasn't having them sign waivers.
Yeah, it was the affidavit,
I think they were not checking IDs, so there might have been some underage shit going on there. But I think he went to prison.
I hopefully did. Yeah. I mean, if he didn't like share any of the money with the girls. I mean,
well, that's the other thing
on that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, how exciting would that be the first time? You're like, all right, boys, got the camcorder.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's try it. Yeah. Let's try it.
And imagine you get your first titty. It's like, she fell for it.
Literally. It worked. Dude. It worked.
You want to go 2? Let's go for 2. Let's go for 2. We get you 2. And then, Jesus Christ. And then, like, I feel like just like a serial killer in a way. It's like you get the first 2 and like you don't do anything for a week. You're just like, you salivate on it. And then all of a sudden you're like,
get that itch. Yeah.
You see the fingers going. You're like, shit. Boys, get the camcorder. We're going out tonight.
We're going to Lauderdale.
Yeah. Oh, God. Fort Lauderdale. Woof, woof.
So you're 40. So, okay.
Yeah, I'm 42 to set the record straight.
Okay. Yeah. Please don't. We don't want a lot of these people at home.
Nope.
I just turned 27.
Good.
Isn't that fun?
Well, I mean, it depends on if you turn 28.
I know.
Because that's the club that everybody doesn't turn 28 in.
I know. I'm trying not to think about it, but it is kind of this weird feeling of like, oh, shit. Like,
do you feel like you're missing, like, do you feel like you should have accomplished things? Or?
Well, yeah, I definitely have that feeling. I feel proud of myself. I bought this place, by the way. So that's an accomplishment.
He owns his own place, but he also has a lady. So sorry, ladies.
I am also engaged.
He's also engaged. He bought a ring too.
I did buy the ring. Yeah.
Nice.
And I redid the bathroom. So when you complimented the bathroom,
is nice.
I was like, yes.
When you come over to his place and you do his podcast, poop in his bathroom. It's really nice. You can look at all the art. It's very fancy art when you poop.
Yeah. Did you see the old school flusher thing?
Dude, he's got old school. I feel like I gotta like promote you. It's like he's got the old uncensored.
You can talk to me.
I know. I feel weird. I see the camera right here. I'm just like, I'm just gonna sew people. But yeah, like I like the old school plumbing.
Yeah, that was the one thing I wanted. I got this. I do construction, so I got this Toto Japanese toilet, and I was like so excited to put it in and everything. But then the way that my plumbing was, it was positioned wrong, so the toilet didn't fit up against the wall and all this stuff. And so then we just decided, like, amidst the months long process of redoing the bathroom, it was like, okay, fuck it, we're not going to do a new toilet. I really wanted a bidet. We botched that whole idea. And then we just kept the old original toilet with that old school flusher thing. And it's great because the power on it is insane. I don't know if you remember when the flush, it was like knock on wood, have not clogged that thing since I got in here. So
you are definitely in construction. If that's like your, that's the main thing. You're like, dude, when you come over and you
hit that flusher,
look at the flushing power on this toilet.
And I can crank it up higher. I have it dialed back a little bit.
I didn't even know you could dial toilets forward. Well, I mean, you work in construction.
So what do you do? I figured you were I work a plumber or carpenter.
No, I wish. No, I honestly wish I like knew like a trade.
Sure, trade.
Like, well, that too. I want both of them in my pocket. Like, I went to school for medical assistants, and the only reason I did that is because back in the day there was a thing called Jerry Springer.
Sure.
And the commercial would always be Peter Francis Geraci, an auto dealer, and then Lincoln Tech. So then my mom was like, you got to do something with your life. And I was like, well, I can't go to the automobile mechanic place. I don't know how to sue people. I can't be a lawyer. I'll do phlebotomy.
Yeah, why not?
Didn't get a job in it at all.
Seriously?
Dude, the medical industry back in like the early 2000s was pretty bad. And I like phlebotomy. Phlebotomy was actually fun.
You like it?
Dude, it was fun because how it worked was like we would practice on each other. And I was definitely afraid of needles.
God.
I was so afraid of needles. But when you have a guy doing this to you, coming at your wrist or your fucking vein right here, shaking, trembling, and you talk him through it like it's a bomb or some shit, and he gets your blood, you're like, I got this.
Right, okay.
The only problem was like sort of like older black ladies. They don't play that.
What do you mean?
Well, like when I did like my the I don't even know what the word is. It's like training, yeah. When you're actually in the actual hospital, I had this old black lady come in, and it was like a mom and pop, like a family type of doctor's office. It wasn't like a big old like expressway version of a doctor's office. And to find out like this lady comes in, and the one lady that always works there, she normally does her, and I had to do her because I'm learning in the training or whatever.
Yeah.
So then she sits down and she's like, you're not doing it, she's doing it. And then she looks at me and she's like, you tell her that you're doing it. It's like, Oh yeah, that's what I want to do. Tell an old black woman she's wrong, and I'm stealing her blood by stabbing her with a needle. Yeah, you're a genius, lady.
Yeah.
So I did. Went in there. I was like, "Look, lady," and so
then there's a lot of pressure because if you fuck it up, then it's like, shit.
Exactly, and that's the worst part. So I'm going in there, and I'm calm, I'm cool, just this perfect. You have a black pillow here. So I go, I'm like, you're great. You're doing fantastically. Okay. We could do Latina. Okay. So then I poke her and then she pulls back as I'm about to like put the needle and she joinks back. I'm like, you gotta relax. I have to do this.
Yeah.
We're in this together now. Like we're a team.
Right.
And then, so I go and then I get her in her arm and she pulls back again. It's like, stop. I have blood. And she goes, well, then you go ahead, baby. I was like, come on, work with me.
That's funny.
Yeah. The worst was
a child,
dude. The worst was I had this like kind of like fat obese lady, couldn't find her vein for shit, and that's why I just was like, I can't do it.
What do you do in that situation? Because there's probably way more obese women now than in early aughts.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because like the thing is like, so you either go these two arms. And if you don't get that,
or their hand,
the
right?
hand you gotta go next to, and then I think there's like a vein down here. Sadly, I mean, again, it's like the rarity of that is completely like
that's my 600-pound life.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes you gotta do that
for sure.
I do miss it. I haven't done it in like years and stuff like that, but I still look at people's veins.
You know what? Here, let's get the needles. Come on.
Exactly. Bring them on out. Nutcracker. Come on. Bring him out. Actually, give me the nutcracker. I'll do it on him.
Yeah. So what do you do? What do you do?
So
now?
Right now I work at Ross. Ross Dress for Less.
Dress for Less.
And I like it. Like my shift is 5:30 in the morning to 12.
Okay.
And I love those hours just because the idea of I'm leaving at 12 o'clock and people are starting their day and have to go to work, and I'm just like on the bus like I'm going home.
That is great.
And then the worst part is like eating food and then trying not to pass out. But you have to pass out just to like get some rest, and then like go to a mic afterwards.
Right. That actually is nice because you can you have to wake up early.
Yeah.
But if you can schedule your day, if you're what do you call it? If you're disciplined enough to do that, you still have a little nightlife you can get to.
Yeah. And my nightlife pretty much goes to like 10 and then I go home.
That's great.
Yeah. Like I was at this place called Red Room last night, and it was an open mic. Shout out to Red Room, great comedy club.
Sure.
On Howard and Western. Yes, that's all I got for that. They're really good.
Is it on Howard? So what neighborhood is it in?
So
I follow them on Instagram, and I've had
it's like right on the edge of like Evanston. It's like because it's like Western and Howard, and then you go a little
Howard
further.
is the border, right?
Yeah,
of Evanston and what's the neighborhood? Or not Irving Park?
It's like Howard and.
Dang it! I'm blanking so hard. Doesn't matter.
It's okay.
We'll fix all this in post. It's right in the neighborhood.
Okay, yeah. It's and then you turn a left on.
There's this great.
That's a long intersection.
Sorry,
that's okay.
I botched it. There's a Simpsons episode where it was all about Lisa getting into football and betting on football, whatever. Anyways, and so they're at Moe's bar and they're like, "Man, can you believe and then he holds the beer. Atlanta Falcons are in the Super Bowl this year playing the Philadelphia Eagles." It was so great.
I used to love Troy McClure.
Incredible.
Troy McClure is great just because like I always want to be the guy that's like, oh, you remember me from such films as this guy.
Such a good bit. Yeah. Never got old.
No. Well, it eventually expired though because Phil Hartman got shot in the head.
That's right.
Yeah. Oof.
That's right. Phil Hartman did get
These
shot.
hoes ain't loyal.
How do you feel about what's his name? Rob Reiner and his wife getting their throats slit by their son.
Well, here's one thing. So like I feel that's very bad.
I agree.
Kids. But it will make a lot of people happy when it comes Christmas time because there's probably a lot of sons that are fuck ups and they talk about that with their dad and it's like, well, I'm not that bad. You're still alive. So you have to think of the positives of this.
Yeah, spin it. Yeah.
I mean, I remember, so again, I wake up early. I'm on the bus and I go on Instagram. And I'm not like a Facebook guy, but Instagram is my thing because there's titties.
Sure.
And so I'm just scrolling and all of a sudden it says Rob Reiner dead. I was like, the guy to have a heart attack or something? He was old. I can't think of it. And then keep in mind, this is like the beginning of this whole thing.
Right.
So it's like Rob Reiner dead, and then I scroll a little bit more, and it's like Rob Reiner, and his wife dead, stabbed to death. And it's like, oh my god, who killed Rob Reiner?
Yeah,
and then
what the fuck?
Another couple minutes pass, and it's like Rob Reiner and his wife murdered by their son.
Crazy.
Again, crazy. Right. Scroll a little bit more. And then as like the days going by, I'm just scrolling because I'm just intrigued by the story. And then it's like, and then they say like Billy Crystal and Larry David seen leaving the house of dead. Fucking Rob Reiner and wife.
That's crazy.
Then it got as far as Conan O'Brien's Christmas party instigated Rob Reiner's death. And then the icing on the cake, which you need a cake, you need icing. And he's like, seems like the nicest person. If I ever made it in this goofy business, I would want to just meet this guy, not before this whole thing, but just, he seems like a nice guy.
Rob or his son?
Bill Hader, confronted by Rob Reiner's son, throws Rob Reiner's son over the edge, and they have to leave the party because of that.
Yeah, no, I heard that too.
And then they kills him.
It's nuts, dude. Yeah, I heard he was like fighting with a lot of people at the party or whatever. But also, Rob, leave the kid at home.
Well, here's the best thing. So I saw like an interview. Again, Instagram's amazing. They had an interview. It wasn't like Charlie Kirk or Charlie Rose or whatever interviewing, but like some guy like that. And so Rob Reiner's son and Rob Reiner made a movie about addiction and junkies and stuff like that. Okay. And pretty much Rob Reiner's son is doing all the talking. And he's very passionate. He's like, yeah, we're trying to help the world understand it, like addiction and all this stuff and the cures, and you can make a full circle and become a normal person, even though you're addicted, but you're able to see a new light in life, the silver lining. And they asked Rob Reiner, is that it? And his body language is like this. Yeah. Like he didn't want to do it, but like when your kid is like that famous or like famous enough where people know him and like the Hollywood people, right? And he's addicted and like a fuck up, you sort of have to give him what he wants or he's gonna lose his shit,
right? And I'm sure you've spent all the money, on Malibu.
Yeah, there's no cure in that kid.
You know, like treatment centers and stuff. Yeah, that's sad, dude. Was his son was he an actor in things? I feel like I recognized him.
I know nothing of his son's work. I mean, yeah.
What about Rob Reiner? Like, did you ever watch Spinal Tap?
Oh yeah.
You're a guitarist,
I play music. I mean, like, I'm surprised kids don't know the phrase, these amps go to 11.
Sure. Turn it up to 11. Yeah. They probably don't even, maybe they've heard that, but they probably don't even know what that is from.
Yeah. And the best part is like bands, like rock bands, like classic rock bands or any type of rock band or whatever. Now there's this thing, I guess, like ever since the movie came out, there's this thing called the Spinal Tap moment, meaning that Spinal Tap's influence on music hit so hard that instead of them saying like, oh, we like Spinal Tap, it's like, dude, I just had a Spinal Tap moment, which means they got lost trying to find the stage. These amps go to 11. They fought over some goofy petty thing, like all this stuff. Like the guy trying to walk, drummer died trying to walk through the fucking security system with like aluminum cucumber in your fucking pants. It's all happened to like all these bands, so it's like
that is great. Getting lost in the venue, I forgot about that scene.
You would not believe how many people get lost trying to find the stage, and it's like, didn't you just do a sound check? It's like, dude, I'm high. I don't know what's happening.
Right, I'm fucking ripped on coke right now.
Yeah,
dude, one of the best when they get the big whatever it is. Easter Island, or not Easter Island,
the Stonehenge.
The Stonehenge thing comes down and they do 12 inches by 12 inches instead of 12 feet.
And the best part is like the little people dancing around it and they're just looking at each other like.
So good. Or they're in those like egg exoskeleton things or whatever, and the bass is kick.
Yeah.
And then the song ends and opens up and he goes right back in.
The ironic twist was that movie was 90% I think ad-libbed.
Really?
Yeah, there was like it was like pretty much like Anchorman. It was like there was an idea, there was probably like a blueprint of where they would take it and stuff like that, and then everything else was just like, all right, so you guys
what would your character do in this situation?
Yeah, because all those guys are like thespians at improv.
Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure the bassist was also in
he's in Simpsons.
In Simpsons, yeah. I'm trying to remember what his name is. There's a good Simpsons Spinal Tap episode where Bart goes and sees him and they go,
oh yeah,
hello Springton or something like that, and then he flips the guitar into Springfield.
They had writers like the 2000 Simpsons was just garbage. But like the 90s Simpsons was like the pinnacle of perfection. I mean, the writing on that was just so good.
Yeah.
I mean, like Ralph Wiggum. I mean,
Incredible.
come on. Every
You.
one of like every guy out there has a little bit of Ralph Wiggum in him. You know what I'm saying? Like I would write a note to the girl with a definite typo and put it in the trunk of a car and be like, I choose you. It's like, what? Or it's like, what do you say? It's like more in the tunk or something like that. My favorite Ralph Wiggum thing is he gets called up to get a pink slip for failing the class, and he goes Ralph Wiggum for English, and all of a sudden Ralph goes up there and goes, me fail English? That impossible.
Yes, classic.
And the best thing about that whole the whole line right there, a guy from Harvard,
Yes,
was like up all night thinking, what did this stupid kid say? And all of a sudden just like, impossible. I think I'll go with that.
right.
It's like,
and he tried like 5 different ways of spelling it. Yeah,
he was looking up like Mark Twain books. It's like, I need that one word. Where's that word at?
Yeah. Yeah, I love The Simpsons. We had the box set on DVD as a kid. Yep. Probably like 1 through maybe 13 or something like that.
The actual big one.
Well, each season had its own box.
Right.
Season 5 was like shaped like Homer's head, which was cool.
Oh, okay.
There'd be like little booklets inside and stuff. And there's like some like extra features and stuff. But anyways, as a kid, my mom hated it, but like my dad, it was like every Saturday would just like Simpsons marathon.
See, I remember it was on, I think Tuesdays or Thursdays on Fox. I remember seeing like the actual live when it was like live.
Yeah. I'd watched a couple episodes live, but again, by the time I got to it, by the time I was 12 or whatever, it was like all dog shit.
Well, that's the thing. That's like I remember seeing like the first Treehouse of Horror live, and I was like, I was like kind of creeped out because I was like, what is this shit? This is scary. Then like, because Homer's sitting out of the fucking treehouse. I was like, dude, I'm like Homer. I'm like, what? I'm getting rid of this shit. I don't know what this is. This is scary right here.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
My dad hated the Treehouse of Horrors, and I was always like, but it's so different.
As in like you thought they were crappy, or
like
just
he would just skip the episode. Like, yeah, I don't want to watch this one.
Or was it because you're so young that like he didn't?
No, it wasn't that. He was letting me watch The Simpsons.
True.
I couldn't watch Family Guy forever, which drove me nuts because I'm like, it's pretty similar. It's not that different.
Again, like Family Guy is one of those shows where like I feel like it hit. So like it started as a failure. It premiered on like Super Bowl whatever, like on a Sunday night, and it got like probably like lukewarm, and it was on for like a season, and then like it was dropped.
Right.
And then like I think Cartoon Network picked it up, and then I think Fox heard that they picked him up, and they were like, well, let's give this kid another chance, and then he really started writing better, and then it became like the hit it was. And
That's
stuff.
crazy. Yeah. I bet the first season of Family Guy sucks. I can't even remember.
Yeah, it's not the best, but I mean, like he obviously figured it out.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
dude. Maybe 6th, 7th, 8th grade. That was like prime Family Guy for me. Like you said, Adult Swim would have it on, or at that point, I probably even had Netflix, and I bet I was probably streaming it at one point. But anyways, yeah, that was great. I loved, and South Park obviously too. But
your generation has it so easy.
Right.
We had to find an antenna and then fix shit just to see The Simpsons. I remember like having my sister and like a couple of people like holding shit and be like, all right, we're good. And don't move.
And you didn't get to pick the episode. You didn't get to pick up where you left off.
No, you watch reruns and you didn't know what you're going to watch. You just knew it was on at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, whatever, for the reruns. And you were happy.
Right.
That was it. You're content.
If I remember correctly, when I was a kid, they would do an episode. Maybe I'm getting confused now, but I swear they did an episode of The Simpsons that would be like an early season, and then right after it, they would play an episode of The Simpsons that was like a newer season. So and it was like in chronological order. So like if you followed it throughout the week, it was like you could kind of, not that The Simpsons is like a storyline, but
like one episode will follow another episode and like that type of thing.
So that was kind of cool to be able to see like the different versions of it and like the writing, I guess, changing and stuff, and the characters getting outrageous, but. Anyways, let's get off The Simpsons. As much as I love The Simpsons.
Oh, The Simpsons are great, yeah.
What's on your shirt?
I don't know. I think it's a
Love for Hunger?
It's a moving, can you see it?
Move for Hunger.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's $2 at the thrift store. It's when you're too poor to do laundry, so you're like, I'll buy a shirt.
You can't even afford Ross?
Oh, no, this is like before Ross.
Oh, that's funny.
This is BR. No, like I mean, like I'm a t-shirt guy. I had like a bunch of t-shirts, and like it's sometimes you just don't want to do laundry, so it's like the best thing is go to the Salvation Army or a Village Discount, and you get like shirts for like $2, and
Sure.
you buy like 7 of them. And you're like, this will last me for a couple days, and you're good to go.
I just got gifted this sweet T-shirt.
I like that. Is that your merch?
It's my podcasting shirt. No, it's not my merch. I got it as a gift.
You should make merch out of that. But you should
That'd be fun.
So I made a
Put
gift,
my logo or something.
So I made a gift for so like at Ross, there's a group of ladies, and they're very like territorial.
Okay.
So
That work there?
they work there. Okay. That'd be kind of funny though. Just walk in. We're territorial,
Right?
so they work in the back, like where I work. I work in the back, and pretty much they were talking about Secret Santas, and then they don't talk to me about it. They're just like, yeah, we should do this, and they're gonna do it, whatever. So then this one Russian lady that's cool, she comes up to me and she was like, are you doing Secret Santa? I was like, no, they didn't ask me. It's like, this is bullshit. You work with them. You need to do Secret Santa. I was like, what? I was like, okay, that's fine. I mean, if it's no bother. It's like, no, I tell them you do Secret Santa. I was like, all right, fine. She goes back, she tells them I do Secret Santa, and they give me a name of a guy that I've never worked with.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm like, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm like, fuck it. Just don't put me in a Secret Santa. I don't want to do it.
Right, whatever.
And then they switched it around. They moved some stuff around, and then they gave me this one girl, and I was like, fine, I know her. I work with her. She's fun, whatever. So I got her a gift, and I made her a shirt because everybody else is just going to buy shit from Ross. So, because you can return it, which makes sense. It's really good. Ross has really good return policies if you're a Bears fan. Remember that.
Oh.
So, I'm a Packers fan. So, to find out. Yeah, I know exactly. Oh, we'll see what happens Saturday.
I know. I'm so excited. I was actually at that freezing cold Browns game. So
were you?
Yeah.
Well, it's the Browns. You're going to win that one.
My beautiful, wonderful fiance got me the ticket for my birthday. It was a surprise.
Nice. When was your birthday?
It was the 15th. So it was like the day before.
December 15th?
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you. Sorry.
Nice.
I hate to even say that because I don't want to be a loser. But anyways, she bought the ticket not realizing that it was going to be the coldest game of the entire year and all this stuff. And she's like, I wanted to get the Browns because they're definitely going to win.
Yeah, and it's probably the cheapest ticket too.
I didn't ask, but I would assume it probably was cheaper than the Bears.
Yes,
Packers.
but again, why not just see a game? That's fine.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
No, and dude, the seats were incredible. We were like 8 rows back.
Yeah.
At like the 40-yard line. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, totally worth it. We had a lot of fun. We bundled up and everything. But
Yeah.
anyways, I'm very excited for the Bears Packers.
Dude, we're gonna crush you guys. And if you lose to us, all our good players are down. So it just shows you how bad you guys are. But back to the shirt. So I end up getting this girl this shirt that says, "Oh fuck, what does it say?" It says,
Damn it.
"Don't talk to me. You're all dead to me. It's time for hot cocoa."
Okay.
And then on the side of it, I said, "The voice inside my head." So I feel you could do that or whatever. Put out all you gotta do is put a little side thing that says "The voice inside my head."
Yeah.
And then your like initials or something like that, and then it's your merch.
I like that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
10%.
Binding contract.
That's how you do it.
That's so funny.
But we'll see if she likes it tomorrow. So I get to give it to her. I actually want her to hate it because then she's gonna be like, "Do you have the receipt?" It's like, I made that.
Yeah.
I actually do want her to be like, "No, I don't want to wear it," because she's pregnant. So I got her a large. So if she doesn't, because I asked the guy at the place, I was like, "Is a large you think too big for a petite little Latina girl that's like 5'3", that's got like a little belly? Do you think a large is okay?" And she was like, "Large is fine." I was like, "Should I get a medium?" I was like, "Stick with the large." I was like, "Cool." So the joke I'm gonna say is, if she doesn't like it, I was like, no, that's for the baby. You're having an elephant baby, right?
Right.
So fit the fucking fat thing right here.
The father is
yeah.
Dumbo. Is Dumbo the only famous elephant?
Wasn't Dumbo's mom the other famous elephant?
What was her name?
I don't think she has a name.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's Dumbo. I think he's the only famous elephant.
Wow, Dumbo's mom doesn't have a name
in cinema. That's
the only bad thing Disney's ever done. Not give that elephant a name. That's so sad. Oh man.
Dumbet? I don't know.
Dumbet in there. Right. Post.
Clip it.
Yeah.
But no, large is fine. Also, for a t-shirt like that, it's like, it's not like it's her Sunday best.
Exactly.
You know, she's gonna wear it to sleep.
I just wanted
probably.
Exactly. That's why I just want to wear it and just enjoy and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That's the main thing I feel.
Plus, it's one big shirt she can wear while pregnant. You know, you don't have to buy a bunch of clothes or whatever.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Pretty simple. Well, and you work in construction, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you work for like a company or do you have your own thing or?
No, I work for a general contractor that builds houses. So we do like all residential houses.
Nice. And you went to trade school for that, or you just learned by the seat of your pants, or?
No, I was a laborer for years. I've been there for 8 years now.
Okay.
And now I'm hoping to become like a product manager. That's like sort of where I'm at. Like I'm in between. I guess I'll call myself an assistant product manager.
Nice.
So
so do you know what? Okay, so I know Femi. You had this amazing comedian on. His name is Femi.
Incredible. And filming his special. This will come out after.
This Saturday. Yes, dude, he crushed the special. We were both there. There was like 7,000 people.
Ladies were taking their tops off.
There were so many titties, and
crazy.
we started our own Girls Gone Wild at Femi's thing. We brought it back.
It was cool. Sorry. Anyways.
But long story short, I jokingly say I created Femi.
Really? Interesting.
So like Femi was like, so I've been doing it for like 4.5 years, and Femi I think has been doing it for like 3.
That's pretty good, man.
No, Femi's crushing it. And I went up to him like when he first started, and he was like this skinny little thing. Now he's just a skinny, funny little thing. And I was like, dude, say the most fucked up things you can think of and move the mic stand, and you'll be fine. And he was like, okay. And I was like, also count the syllables because that will help you also. And he was like, all right, cool. And then he took it and fucking ran with it. Left my ass in the dust.
What do you mean by that?
So counting syllables, like, okay, so I feel like step and punchline should be so many syllables. Like, the only way I could describe it is, like, if you watch, like, an Anthony Jeselnik or, like, a Stephen Wright or a Mitch Hedberg, like a one-liner guy.
Yeah.
As he's saying the joke, don't count the words, count the syllables. And then you'll start discovering, like, a pattern. Like, a good, like...
Boom, 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 boom.
Like, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And that's 8.
Gotcha.
But if you put them in, like, 3 to 5, then that's going to give you, like, a good punchline and stuff.
Interesting.
And then, like, there's 12s and 10s. And, again, all it is just... I feel if you're sarcastic, your brain will automatically talk like this. But then if you actually slow it down and count, you'll be like, oh, there's a reason why it works so well, per se.
There's a reason why it's funny sometimes, other times it doesn't work.
Exactly. And the best part is I'll tell this to people and they'll be like, this is bullshit. But then I bring Femi out. I'm like, Femi, tell them about the syllable. Oh, yeah, it's very, very true. That syllable is very true, very true, very true.
He's just so naturally funny. And obviously the accent is...
It helps.
It's right. It helps. And I always say, like, people are like, you shouldn't do accents. That's racist or whatever. But to me, it's like an accent is inherently funny because it sounds differently than it is supposed to sound.
Oh, yeah.
That's what makes it funny. It's different than what it's supposed to be.
Right.
So obviously, depending on what you're saying can be racist. But to just do the accent, I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so like Femi, that's Femi. He talks like that. He's very introverted. He's very shy. But when you get him on stage in front of an audience, he's ready.
I heard he chants.
Things. He has chants. We have Roe v. Wade. We have Roe v. Wade. We have Jews.
Okay.
And then what's the last one?
I heard.
Oh, white woman.
Oh,
white women. What'd you hear him say?
People were. I haven't seen him live, but I was talking about him with somebody else, and they were like, "Oh yeah, he goes up on stage and just starts chanting rape, rape, rape." I'm like,
I haven't heard him say that one.
Yeah, he didn't say that on the podcast.
I haven't heard him say that one, but like anytime something goes wrong for him, he's just like, "Okay, then." He has like trademark words. But like I say, so like,
no, he's a genius, dude, and like he could be the guy that would blow up after 5 years doing stand up. You know what I mean? I've
told people like he's a star and he's gonna hit really big, and a lot of people are like, and it's not jealousy. They just don't see it. Like, you could see, like, again, I'm like a baby at this. I haven't been doing it that long, but like I can tell when somebody has like something that can make them money.
Yeah, you've been around the block, man. I mean, 4.5 years, and that's pretty damn good.
I'll show you some stories in a second, but yeah, like again, like my thing is, so like in my opinion, like something hack, in my opinion, is when somebody fakes a voice or does an impression, stuff like that, because it's not like genuine. And also like you said, a voice is like an easy laugh.
Well, right. So as a stand-up comedian, I would say doing a voice or the accent is a cheap laugh. Well, like you said, hacky.
Yeah, it's very hacky because it's like, again, like I feel like your material should be like, I mean, if you write a good joke, it's a good joke. Right. You could sell it to anybody, and if people laugh, people laugh. If people don't laugh, they don't laugh. But inherently, it's a good joke, and you get a good thing out of it. When you add like a voice to it, you might get a bigger laugh, but now you're like, do you really want to add a voice to like a joke that actually has legs and stuff like that?
It's like humping the stool or whatever, running around on stage.
I wish more people would hump the stool. No, seriously, because like my pet peeves are this. It's like stand up, in my opinion, 101 is like you go up there and then you either talk into the microphone like you project, or what you do is you take the microphone out of the holder and then you move the mic stand. You have to think of it this way. Like if you go to work and you're in like t-shirts and jeans on your first day at like a corporate job, people are gonna like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Right.
And stand up, it's like if you're the guy or the person that's talking and like the mic stand is still in front of you, nobody's going to pay attention or give you the time of day. So you got to trick them to think that you've been doing it for a while.
Right, because it makes you look comfortable.
Yes.
Right? You take it out, your hands aren't shaking or anything.
The professionalism at least and stuff like that. Like there's a lot of things that people do that I can't stand on stage. Like my favorite is, okay, I'm going to do a magic trick for you. Ready?
Okay. Right.
Where'd it go? Did you see it go? It went away. I don't know where it gone to. Yeah. I walked on stage, I had two hands. Yeah. And then I went on stage and I went like this. Where'd it go?
Right. It'd be like putting your hand in your pocket. It's like, what are you doing?
I have a joke about that. I say, one of my jokes, the newer one where I say that like I have friends that like do stand up. No, none of them are here right now. Yeah. And then I say, what they'll do is they'll walk on stage and then, are you ready for this? They'll do this. They'll take their hand and then they'll put in the hoster. And like, and my thing is like, imagine them getting robbed. It's like, give me all your money. Well, you gonna give me the money? It's like, oh, I don't have any money. I'm just nervous.
Right.
And it's like, okay. And then it's like, I should murder you. And it's like, yeah. Well, do you have a gun on you? It's like, no, I'm just really scared right now. I want to add a third part to it where I say like, it's like, okay, those two, and then all of a sudden it's like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna murder you. And he puts it in his back pocket. It's like, what do you got back there? Shit, but this is before you. I need a third one, but I can't think of a third one.
Yeah, you need a good one. Maybe like a lady.
I just pull a lady up.
Well, no, like a lady's like, oh, we should go home together, and then you put your hand in your pocket, and she's like, oh, are you getting your keys? And you're like, no, I don't know. You're the professional here. I'm trying to think of something.
I'm not a professional at all.
Trying to think of something.
It's just like shit just pops in my head, and like the worst part is like shit will pop in your head, and then you're like, is this anything? And that's the worst part. But in a goofy way, it shows you that like everybody goes through this. Like I was watching a podcast with Sam Morril and Mark Norman.
Sure.
I don't condone either one of them, but they had Jerry Seinfeld on.
Of course. Wait, you don't like Norman?
Yeah.
What?
Here's the best part. Here's the best part of this podcast. So it's
that was my birthday present to myself. That episode came out, and I was like, oh yes.
Oh, with Seinfeld?
Yeah.
It was so good because Seinfeld calls Mark out on being him.
Oh, of course.
But it was great though because like he's just like looks at him and like Mark's talking and then Seinfeld's talking and you hear the tone, everything's there.
Same, yeah.
And then as Mark's talking, Seinfeld just looks at him and goes, is he doing me? And then you see Mark kind of like die inside.
Oh, of course.
But
he admits that. I mean, he said that for years.
Well, here's the thing. So Mike Lawrence? He's like a really good joke writer.
Okay.
And he does like a lot of stuff that's like behind the scenes on like TV shows and stuff, but he's like really good at like his joke writing is just amazing. Mm-hmm. He's like a good roaster, but like I don't really like roasting like that because it's kind of like but like his stand up is really good. He used to do this thing to Mark Norman all the time where like anytime Mark would walk on stage at his mic or at a mic he was at, he would just look at him and go ba ba da ba 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 da ba. He'd do the Seinfeld thing or whatever, yeah. And then Mark would just like get angry at him and start screaming at him. But then Mike would do this thing where he would lean in. So then like Mark would like go, oh, he's gonna tell us a joke. So they got back at each other back and forth and stuff. Yeah. So it's just funny. Like
Norman also this isn't for stand up, but on podcasts, he'll always be like, I guess Rob Reiner thing is a good example, but yeah, Rob Reiner and his wife got their throat slit. What? Not really? And it's like, that's a bad example, but like, it'll be like the most popular thing ever, and he'll be like, oh, I haven't heard about that or whatever, and it's just so that he can like make jokes as if he didn't know what it was. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's like his little rib. It's just like
it's like his way to be able to like.
I'm being sarcastic and playful and goofy and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
No, I think he's hilarious, and I think he's one of like the best joke writers of all time. I mean, maybe you think I'm crazy for that, but I think
you're very crazy for that.
Oh, I think he'll definitely go down as like one of like the smartest puns. I mean,
damn it! I hope he went down in flames. This is bad. No, okay. So I'm gonna teach these kids. Okay, so my favorite comedian of all time, and I've actually put it all together, is this guy named Kevin Brennan. Now everybody knows the name Brennan because everybody knows his brother Neil Brennan.
Yeah, no, I know Kevin.
You know Kevin Brennan?
Of course.
Do you really?
I know that everybody else hates Kevin Brennan.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Well, comedy wise, I've heard he's great, but I'm saying in person.
No,
like
no.
He's like burned every bridge.
I mean, he had a podcast called Burning Bridges.
Okay. There you go.
That he burned. He destroyed that podcast. But Kevin Brennan, in my opinion, is the GOAT because like every time he's been on Conan, and this is like in the early 90s to like late 90s to 2000s, something has always gone wrong on him on live TV. Like he's gone and done an episode of Conan or whatever in like 99 or something like that, and he's bombed. Like it's just barely any laughs. He fucks up a joke and it's live. And then he goes back again or whatever, and then he tells a joke and it crushes, and he's about to do another joke, but he goes, "Thank you," and then the camera goes away. And he's like, and then Conan comes up to him and he shakes his hands like, "Oh, I'm not finished yet." So then he has to tell a joke on the sofa, and he finishes his set, and it's a callback. It all works out. He lands the plane perfectly.
Right. If you could spin it right, that would be funny.
It was just the funniest thing because like he did a podcast with Artie Lang back in the day, and he was talking about that. He was like, "It was a fucking callback," and then Artie Lang's like, "Well, if it's a callback, you're never gonna do it." It's like, I fucking know. But Kevin's the beast. I went to see him live. I drove from Chicago to New Jersey. It took me 2 days to watch this man do 20 minutes.
That's hilarious.
On 9/11 3 years ago. But that's the good news because I was able to meet him then. Because like I was messaging this guy, Bob Levy. He's a really funny guy too, but I think he's like
that also sounds familiar.
Back and forth on drugs or whatever. Crazy.
Is he a New York guy?
New York guy. He used to be on Howard Stern all the time.
Okay.
And I messaged him a couple of times, just back and forth, just like I like the stuff, whatever. And I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna come to your show." He's like, "Okay." Just like one of those sarcastic okays. And then I drove all the way up there and I see him. I was like, "Hey, I'm the guy." And he's like, "You fucking drove out here, you fucking idiot."
Yeah.
To see him, you what is wrong with you? You drove, did you spend a night in a hotel in Jersey? I was like, "Yes, I did." And I'll be doing it tonight also. He was like, "The fuck is wrong with you?" So I had carte blanche and everybody was like, sort of like pointing to me and like, "This kid drove all the way here." And I see Kevin look at me. I was like, "Oh, the boss man looked at me."
That's cool.
And then, so I like afterwards, like he's yelling at somebody as Kevin does.
Right.
And I walk up to him and was like, "Hey man, I came over here, like again, no harm, no foul, but I think you're great. I think you're fantastic. Is it cool to get a picture?" He's like, "Yeah, for sure. Okay. I'll get a picture."
Oh, that's nice.
And then next thing you know, like after the picture was taken, some guy asked him a question like, "What the fuck? I'm taking a picture, you idiot." And it just was like, "Thank you, Kevin. That's all I want."
Well, to me, it's like, I get that it can kind of be a character and be funny and stuff, but like the curmudgeon, it's like the same thing with Marin.
No,
where
he
it's
hates
like,
people. Well, Marin's different.
I agree.
Because Kevin never like really hit the big time because he never like kind of believed in himself per se, and also his career wasn't at that level to go above and beyond.
But again, if he would have just been nice to his fucking brother.
No, here's the thing. Like, so like he didn't have to be though, because like his best friend in comedy is Dave Attell.
Right.
So Dave Attell, like they were like cowboys and shit. Like they banged the same girls and stuff like that. Like
Kevin Brennan?
Yeah, Kevin Brennan and Dave Attell
are still friends?
Kind of.
Okay.
They're like frenemies.
Gotcha.
Like I remember watching an episode of Kevin Brennan's podcast, and then he calls up Dave, and they were just like sort of just, hey, happy birthday. All right, cool.
Gotcha.
You doing good? Yeah. Okay. All right. Good talk.
Weird.
But that, I mean, they started together. They've ridden the rise. They both banged Sarah Silverman. I mean, they've done their share.
That's awesome.
Kevin Brennan took her virginity.
That's crazy.
Yeah. She was in love with him. Kevin was a heartthrob back in the day. Now he just looks like a cancer survivor.
He looks like shit now for sure. But I could see that back in the day.
Yeah.
Sarah Silverman was a piece back in the day as well.
She was pretty decent, yeah.
Is she the hottest female comedian ever? Like, actually, like, professional head specials comedian?
I don't know.
Because, like, most, they say comedy hot, right? Like, most comedians.
Is that a term? Comedy hot?
I think so. It's like, like an LA 6 is actually like a Chicago 10.
I don't know. I feel like, okay, the one thing I'll say is like back in the day, I think women were more modest because it's more about the jokes and stuff like that. Nowadays, if you go to a mic, every girl's wearing like a tank top with no bra on. And it's like,
oh, totally.
What? I mean, cover up. Let me.
It's not fair.
Let me hear the joke first, at least, and stuff. But
yeah, that's like the Nikki Glaser thing, where it's like, okay, every joke is about your pussy. It's like, okay.
Well, she again, like I'm not saying like this, but like I don't find her really funny, and also like
I think she actually is pretty funny, and I think she's a pretty good writer as well.
Well, here's the thing, also, so every award show and stuff, she hires writers.
That's true.
And so
all the roasts,
it's like when it comes to like writing and stuff like that, I mean, like Kevin Hart has writers, all these, but at the same time, if you're that big, you're gonna have to have writers because you're trying to be a mogul and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
like when it comes down to it, like I look at her and just think, well, somebody will write her a funny joke, and then she does the joke on stage, and then people think that's her joke, and that's fine. Because in my like, what I would actually want if I got a good career out of this or anything like that is to be like a strong, like to headline at least a couple times, to be a strong feature, and then to write for a headliner.
Sure.
Because then I feel like
ride the coattails,
you get the money,
baby.
you get the stage time, and then also you get to just like sort of like laugh and be like, you thought the joke was funny? That's me.
Right, that's me. Yeah, that is kind of a cool thing.
That's what Mike Lawrence is doing with fucking Pete Davidson and stuff like that. He's writing his material for him.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, fuck it. You can't think of it. Let him think of it. He's a genius.
Yeah. Also, you're probably going to twist it and tag it and do whatever. You know, it's not just that guy's joke, you know. But I'm saying with Nikki, and I've known Nikki known about Nikki for probably, I know.
You went to school together.
I'm just saying, I've known about her for 10 plus years probably, right? Like I've watched her stand up from before, you know, because the Tom Brady roast is kind of how she like ascended to become this like every award show.
See, I feel again, like maybe it's just like a thing, but like I've seen like roasts from like the 1950s where like it was like old Jews roasting the Friars Club.
Yeah.
Those guys were 1,000 times funnier than half these people. And no, seriously, and they didn't swear. So everything was like a double entendre, like the phrasing was different. Like there's a Joey Bishop joke. I was watching Carson like yesterday. I love Joey Bishop, this one funny comedian. Look him up, kids. And he's on Johnny Carson's show, and he used to smoke a lot, and then he gave up smoking. And then he says, I have a friend of mine who smokes during sex. Yeah, you would not believe where he puts his ashes. And it's such a simple joke. It's so dirty, but it's so clean.
Right, because he doesn't actually say it.
Like, everything nowadays is smut. Like it's trafe. I watched too many Jewish comedians taking out the terms and stuff. Oy. But I think that's the problem with like roast nowadays. They're like, some of them are clever, but like a lot of them are just like they're not like that good.
Yeah. Okay.
That's just me. I mean, like everybody likes what they like and stuff, but like if somebody's like listen to this roast thing or whatever, I'm like, like Norm Macdonald, everybody loves him. I love him too.
Yeah.
But like everybody, like his claim to fame roast wise was he went anti-comedy.
Right.
And
which sucks. You go, okay, come on.
No, but like it was funny in the idea that he went above and beyond to let people know, no, I'm funny, and I'll prove it to you by bombing when everybody else succeeds. Like Greg Giraldo, one of the greatest comedians of all time. And that poor guy just wanted to be a comedian and wanted to be like on a TV show.
Yeah.
And then to find out he died, and what did the newspaper write about him? Roast comedian Greg Giraldo dies and passes away.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so he couldn't even win in like death.
Holy shit, that's terrible. Yeah, everybody loves Giraldo. I've never listened to like his albums or anything, but
I would just find like stuff like on YouTube, just like him his live stuff. I mean, because he was just like funny and just smart.
Yeah, I guess I've seen him on Tough Crowd, but
I mean, the Dennis Leary thing on Tough Crowd.
Yeah,
was
I've seen
the
that.
funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, he's like, that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, that's what we're doing here, Dennis. Writing jokes.
Yeah,
you would know that if like, but your show got canceled, dumbass.
Does Dennis Leary suck?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've heard that like he used to steal Bill Hicks stuff. Because they came up together and they were like co-headlining whatever, blah, blah. But, you know, Bill Hicks was like the smoker on stage and was like, fuck this and fuck that. And then Dennis Leary just took that after he passed away and was just like, fuck this, fuck that. And
right.
And
put the leather jacket on.
The sad thing is like people still like suck that guy's dick. And it's like, dude, you just like stole this whole guy's act and everybody knows it, but that's, I guess, the politics of it. It's just, you have to just keep your mouth quiet and be like, hey, there's Dennis Leary.
Right. When you go to the club and you see him, you can't like call him out.
Like, I feel bad for Colin Quinn, because he can tell if somebody's like shitty and not shitty and stuff. He's been around the block. And
totally.
But like, he'll be friends with everybody. And I guess you have to be civil, but like, just check your ego at the door. But like, there's like right and wrong also. Like if I hear somebody do a joke that like I know somebody else did, like I won't call them out on it, but I'll just be like, hey, that one joke, I think that guy does it or whatever, blah, blah. And then they're like, oh, I didn't know.
Right. And also at your level, I mean, 4 years is pretty good, but I assume you're still going to a lot of bar shows. Open
Oh yeah, for sure. That's all I do. That's all I got. Yeah.
But like at that level, you might even see somebody go up on stage and like tell a fucking Eddie Murphy joke or something, and they just don't even know that they're not supposed to do that. You know what I mean?
The best is, in my opinion, is Black Hack. Black Hack is the best because it's like some people will go on stage and word for word, mouth for mouth, tone for tone, do a Bernie Mac.
Right.
And then their friends like got their iPhone out there and there's like, right?
Right.
Yeah, tell it again.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
And it's just like, well, he's almost gonna get the light soon. And then when he gets the light, he runs the fucking light. But I mean, that's like the thing. It's like, it's hard to find like an original voice nowadays, and just like no matter your culture or your race or something like that. Because like all white guys kind of have the same thing, all black guys kind of have the same thing, all Hispanic, like women, they all have the same. That's
scenario. Why Femi.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
Femi's
got the chance.
Star.
You know, he could do
a star.
He is hilarious first and foremost, but he's black, but he's African, right? He's not an African American per se, right? So he can kind of get away with different things. He's foreign. He's got I mean, there's so much stuff working for him, and he's just funny.
Oh yeah, when I first met him, he said he was from China, so I never let that down. Like I host open mic at the store, Halsted and Armitage, Saturdays, 3:30 sign up, 4:00 show. You should come out. I know you want to try doing stand up sometime.
I don't, but I would love to go. That'd be fun.
You lie. I've seen your podcast.
No, I don't.
You said you kind of want to just.
I love stand up, but I just think it'd be too hard. You know?
Of course it's hard.
Yeah.
Why would it be easy?
That's what I want to do.
If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. I mean, like I'll share a story with you. It's like the first time I ever did stand up, I did at this place called North Bar.
Okay.
And North Bar was on North Avenue. And the way I found out about that, I went to this one place by my house called Whiskey Girl. And they just had like a showcase. I went to see the showcase. I met this guy named Craig Cabrera. And this poor guy's voice was just shot to shit. He's all like this, and he was like 26.
Whoa!
And he was giving me like the best like comedy advice. He was like, "If you want to make it, you gotta go to North Bar. North Bar is where you scratch it, man. That's and don't get me wrong, it's all shit. All those people don't give a shit about you. They hate everything. Like you're gonna fail, but it's okay. You want to do it because like." And he just went this. I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll do that."
Cool, yeah.
Gave me a person's contact. I messaged her, and I was on Instagram, and she was like, "Yeah, I host this mic on Tuesday. Come on through." I was like, "Cool." And then she saw my Instagram and she was like, "You're really good at guitar. You're going to play guitar and do comedy?" I was like, "No, I'm going to try to just do the one thing." You know?
Yeah, right.
And then so for some dumb reason, instead of trying to write jokes or a facsimile thereof, I ended up writing like a story. And I thought I could tell the story on stage. Because again, I've told stories to friends and I was like, I could just do that, I think.
And it's an easy way to get into it.
Right. And so then I go there. And I sit in the front, I'm just watching like the open mic and everybody's doing horrible. Like the vibe is so bad. And I'm just like, God, what have I done to, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And then so she calls me up and she is like, all right, we got a new person coming in. He's really good at guitar. I don't know if he's funny or not, but we're going to find out together. Matthew Doyle Perez.
Thanks.
And I walk up just like, you know, just walk up and I'm on the thing or whatever. And this is the one thing I learned from just that one experience. Anytime you go up on stage, before you go up, look behind you, just so you see what people are doing. You're just staring at people and you're like, okay, this guy's on his phone, this guy's this, you know what I'm saying? So you're prepared. I didn't do that. So how North Bar worked was pretty much like, it was like, so like your chest set, right? So you walk in this way and then there's like a little bar here and then it's a long bar here. And then like right here is the stage, right? So I went up there, nobody knew who I was. So then everybody that wasn't paying attention, which was a whole line of people, they just go. And even like the big guy in the back, his name's Dale McPeak, he's like a pretty big star in Chicago. He just goes. So then now I have awakened the bar.
Yeah, for some reason.
And I can't remember a single word of this story. So then I'm like, and then one by one I see them just go. Yeah, so then we were just like then hanging and just and the whole bar just domino effect or whatever. And I remembered my story and I'm telling it to like two people watching me. One of them is not the host. She gave up a long time ago. And then so I'm going and I'm getting through this horrible story now about me buying a homeless person a sandwich at Jewel, and then I bought the sandwich and he wasn't there, so then I'm just stuck with this sandwich. And then I got a laugh when I said the word aluminum foil. I got a guy go, ha 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 ha. And I was like, okay, that's all I needed.
Right.
That's all I wanted. I wanted that.
That's so funny.
And that was the first time I went and did that. And it has gotten a little bit better since then.
So since then, is it you know, every night do you go to a mic?
I try to. I mean, like, because there's so many in Chicago to do. You know, like, I mean, like, I'll do on Mondays. I'll do Shakers on Clark at 8:00. This guy named Derek J, amazing host, and he's a good host because he does a lot of time in between people, but he brings the audience. Like, if there is an audience, he brings the energy up, and that's always a plus because you want the energy to be up. Because like, if it's just like dog shit and it's just like, all right, next person coming is Matthew Doyle Perez, there you go, and they walk away, and it's like, now you have to figure out how to make that vibe funny. Mm-hmm. And now you're annoyed because they brought you up so shitty, right, and like nobody cares. And you have to be the professional to not think and just use the funniness to come out.
Right.
And
shake it off.
That's the worst and the best thing in the world because it will train you to figure some stuff out. But yeah, that's the thing. Okay,
so we're at an hour, but I wanted to ask you, I've asked the last couple comedians. So I just found out about this guy that's banned from everything in Chicago.
Okay.
And
who?
Something with an A. He's a black dude. I guess he got like really aggressive with somebody.
Tamir?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've asked like 2 other comedians about him now so far. What is your take on Tamir?
So I think I was the first, like, it wasn't like an assault. It was more like just verbal spewing.
Okay.
And like, I was in the car with this one kid. He was driving me and this guy to like another mic from another mic. And we're driving there, and we were just talking about like very left-leaning stuff. But Tamir, yeah, was talking about very left-leaning things. And I was like, okay, you do your thing. And he's like, how do you think? And I was like, well, I'm in my 40s, dude, so I see it like a little differently because you're younger.
Sure.
Like, I see like not the true picture of stuff, but I understand how things work. Not saying you don't, but like, you know, you're just figuring out stuff or whatever.
Most 20-year-olds think differently than most 80-year-olds.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And he didn't like that. So then he just went off and cut a promo on my ass.
Really?
And then, yeah, well, then the best part, we get to the thing or whatever, and then we go to the mic, and he goes up, and he has one joke that hits really big, and then he didn't have anything else. And then he just sort of said, fuck this mic. God, and then just like left. And then sat down, was just like, and then the host just was just like, well, I don't know what the fuck that was, but it's over, so it's all that matters. And again, like, he's gotten a lot funnier, I think.
I've heard that he is hilarious, and that he's made the whole room laugh and stuff. Like,
well, here's the thing. He's more edgelordy. And so, like, I feel like him making a normal audience laugh, that might be a problem, per se, because, like, his stuff is so, not dark, but it's not like, here, have a joke. It's like, you're going to listen to every word I say type jokes and stuff.
Gotcha.
Like, again, I guess I think he's like, not to say it like this, but I think he is bisexual. So he's able to say stuff and get away with some stuff that like other people can't get away with and saying and stuff.
This guy's a fucking enigma.
He is. Bisexual. And again, like I wasn't there when anything happened or anything like that. But all I know is I haven't seen him in a while. And I mean, maybe just like laying low, I guess. I don't know.
So what I was told is that he was banned from all the mics here.
I've heard, yeah.
Went to Austin, banned from everything out there.
Oh, he's back in Austin now?
And now he's back in Chicago. That's what I've heard. And now the only person that has him on is Brian Miklas. Do you know him?
Yeah.
Okay. I had Brian on the show. I thought Brian was a nice guy.
Yeah, Brian is a nice guy.
I met him the one time.
He's a bit of a drunk. He fell off a scooter drinking like 19 beers and shit.
Yeah, I think...
Love you, Brian.
Did he have a big black eye, right?
Yeah, that kid always, every time I see his face, there's always a new mark on that face.
Okay, because I swear, I think it was him now that you say that. I had a dude who like pushed the pot a week because he's like, dude, I just got a fucking black eye last night. Like, I'd rather...
Who is this?
Wait, I thought it was Brian, but maybe...
You had Brian on before.
Yes.
Was that the same Brian? Or?
Brian Miklas. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, was he the guy that got the black eye and pushed the date? I can't remember. I think it was him, but...
Okay.
Anyways, I like Brian. I thought he was nice.
Brian's an awesome dude.
So then, again, I'm like, I hear about this guy, Tamir, who gets banned from everything, but then the guy that I thought was nice has him on his show. So I'm like, oh, maybe this guy isn't so bad.
No. Like, so I guess, yeah. I mean, like, my thing is, like, when it comes to a mic, you're just there to do the mic sometimes, and then you are there to stay and chill, whatever. Like, not to say that he can't come to my mic, but like, if he were to come and be like, can I sign up? I'd be like, okay, sure. I mean, like, cause I mean, like, you're going to do 4 minutes. People know already what you sound like, what you talk about. And if there's audience in it, if they don't like it, they can leave and then they can come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you could take care of cautions and stuff like that.
Sure.
But like, I'm not saying I wouldn't have him on, but I mean, like, if he shows up, I'm not going to be like, you can't come on. I'd be like, all right, well, just, like, just be calm and cool and stuff.
Oh,
like,
shit. Okay.
Because again, like I wasn't in the room when anything like that happened. I know he did jump at people, not like actually physically jump at them, but like words were said and like he has beef with some people, whatever.
Right.
But
I heard the word aggressive is what I've
he is
been
aggressive.
told.
He is aggressive, but again, it's like
verbally aggressive.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like if like if you hosted a mic and he showed up to your mic, you're not just gonna be like, no, you gotta leave.
Right.
You would just be like, all right, just like just be cool on stage and shit. Just be calm and then just go from there.
Or after he spazzes, then say, all right, dude, you can't come back. Like,
right. If he does that, exactly. If he does it, he gives you a reason, then you have your reason to
okay, so should I invite him on the show or not? I've had like a couple people say no. I've had a couple people say like, yeah, whatever you want. But
I mean,
like, am I just opening up a can of worms? Am I like getting myself into this drama for no reason?
So what I would say is this, like, he's very different of a guy. He's not like aggressive like right off the cannon, but he has like a little bit of a loose cannonness to him. Mm-hmm. So it's like you wouldn't have to like watch what you say per se, I don't think. But like if you already know like the backstory of him per se, like you know, like, okay, he's banned at these places, he's banned at this. You already know kind of like what you're walking into, if that makes sense.
That's why I keep asking people, because I want to get different points of view.
Yeah, because like imagine you're dating a girl and they're like, "Oh, dude, she's crazy." It's like, "Well, we're happy." It's like, "Yeah, but she's burned down a guy's car and she stabbed this other dude as his car burned down, and then she stabbed she murdered all the police in the town and stuff." You're gonna be like, "Well, but the sex is good, Come on. Like, what
the episode was great,
exactly." But again, it's like it's up to you to actually like fully pull the trigger or not. Again, I wouldn't say he would be a bad guest. I think he'd be interesting just to hear his side of the stories of things and just see where he's coming from and stuff.
So that's the thing, right? He has a story to tell.
Yeah.
I've heard that he's funny. Mm-hmm. I don't see why not. I just also don't want to like piss other people off or whatever. Because again, I've had 20 or 30 comedians on now.
Oh, nice.
It's
okay,
like,
cool.
I'm trying to like become friends with all you guys, and I want to sort of be involved in the whole thing. And so again, I don't want to have this guy on if everyone's gonna be like, oh, dude, like
who is your least favorite? Name names.
Comedian.
Yeah, name names. Let's see. Who shit the bed?
All of them are funny, honestly. I've liked everybody so far. Mm-hmm. I know, now I'm really racking my brain. Who does suck the most? I have all kinds of people on the show. So like I've definitely had interviews where it's like, this person just isn't entertaining. The comedians are all funny and
we need this.
Exactly.
We need this.
Totally. So actually all the stand-ups have been great.
That's good. That's good. I feel like interviewing somebody that is in a band nowadays, it wouldn't be like death, but it would just be like, why are you doing this? Because there's like no real like reward per se, like money wise or anything like that. But like I jokingly play in a band. Like me, this guy named Jason Melton, and this other guy named Brandon Kiefer, two amazing comedians. They've been doing it for like 12 years. Very hilarious people. And we have other people sit in and play other instruments sometimes. And Cole plays saxophone with us. But we play with this one guy, his name is Josh Ocean Thomas, at the Laugh Factory. So we get paid money to play music at the Laugh Factory, which is just funny to me.
Yeah, it is.
Because I've played music for 20 years. I think maybe 7 people at the most has been in my audience ever. And now we have like a room full of people that have to listen to us.
That's so cool.
And we play like 3.5 songs. We only know 3.5 songs.
Is it joke music or it's
no? It's actually like it's good music. That's the ironic twist. It's like we have some goofy covers. We have some songs in like 2 keys, and it's just fun stuff. But it's just funny to think that like an audience has to sit and listen to me. and like that's not what
At the Laugh Factory.
Yeah, and that's not what I want to do anymore. I want to do this, and I can't even do the Laugh Factory stand up. It's like you get to play guitar. It's like thank you.
That is hilarious.
Yeah,
that's kind of a fun story though. Like looking back, you're gonna be like, that'll be like a.
Well, again, like even like Brandon Kiefer, like he plays drums. He was like telling me he was messaging friends of his from Georgia that when he used to play in a band, it was like, dude, I get to play music at the Laugh Factory. It's just funny to think that.
It really is funny.
Oh man, that's been fun.
Yeah, dude. Matthew Doyle Perez.
Matthew Doyle Perez.
Thank you so much for doing the show. I'd love to have you back on. I'd love
for sure.
Have all your buddies that you've talked about on the show.
For sure. I'll call Kevin Brennan. I'll bring in Dan Natterman. I'll bring in Joe Mackey. I'll bring in
sure. I'll call
Greg
Nikki.
Rogo.
I'll call my girl Nikki.
Don't call Nikki. Nikki Glazer has something. I don't know what it is, but she has something. I'm sorry. I can't. Sorry.
That's funny. Okay, buddy. Thank you so much.
No problem.
We are out.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen.